Happy New Year, guys! Apologies for the videos over the Christmas and New Year period. There hasn't been many. It's due to, again, I've had a real bad virus, so not really been able to. I've only just stopped coughing about 2 days ago, so unfortunately, no videos over the Christmas period, unfortunately. But I am back with this video, and it's about the game today where the Mariners fell down to a second straight defeat, now fourth in six, as we lost out to fellow promotion chasers or playoff chasers, Bradford. We still have only won once there since 1997, and it ended Bradford City 3, Grimsby Town 1, and short and sweet of it, we got exactly what we deserved. We didn't play well today. We got exactly what we deserved. Bradford near enough dominated most of the play, and to be fair, I think without our goalkeeper, I think we could have lost it by 5 or 6. We really were not good. If we start with the lineup for the game, we started with Jordan Wright in goal. Terrell Warren was one of the changes today. Cameron McJanet, Harvey Rogers, and Denver Hume. George McEachran, Evan Corey, with Luca Barrington, Jordan Davis, and Yasin Thantorson. And Rose led the line up on his own, and it was most of the time it was all Bradford. We played some good stuff early on. But with no real cutting edge. It was a bit drab by Grimsby, really. And we didn't really look like scoring at all. Bradford had 57% of the ball. But again, it's what they did. They had 19 shots overall to Grimsby's 7. I think we only had 1 shot on target, but there was no clear cut in that. Danny Rose was up on his own. Again, working his arse off, to be honest, but nothing really to count for that. Obviously, they scored just before half time with Richards. It was a great passing move by Bradford, a great ball in, and Richards just at the back post where snuck it in at the near post. You can't fault Jordan Wright. He'd had a couple of decent saves prior to that, a couple of great shots from Smallwood and things like that to deal with, which he did. I thought Jordan Wright had a good game today. He was one of our better players today, to be honest. And he'd made a couple of saves prior to that, but most of the time the attacking play was all with Bradford. So disappointingly, we went 1-0 down in at half time. Baldwin got the assist for the first. It was a great ball in by Baldwin, the former Notts County wing back. That was a great goal in. And then we came back out for the second half, and Bradford started kind of like a house on fire again. Janet got caught out in the sort of the wing back area. The Bradford player cut inside. Now, people were saying it was a soft penalty. It probably was. My argument with that is, well, don't give the referee a decision to make, which is exactly what we did. And once you kind of got caught near the edge of the box, there is any sort of chance of being caught, the player was going to go down. So the referee took a little while, decided to give it. I said penalty as soon as, not mainly because there was a lot of contact, because it probably was soft, but again, we gave the referee a decision to make. And Richard Smallwood slotted it home. No chance for Jordan Wright. Jordan Wright, obviously, just going back slightly into the first half, had a little bit of a scare after one of the good saves he made in the first half. He luckily was able to carry on and recover, but it wasn't really a great start to the second half for Grimsby either. Cameron McJanet, though, to be fair to him, he did bounce back. He got a good header in to make it 2-1 about 3 minutes after Bradford's second, and you're thinking, right, come on, that's a good response, and then we just went to sleep again. We just didn't, we didn't create anything else after that. It was kind of like, you let Bradford get back on top, and Bradford were miles better than we were in this game, and it was just sort of without Jordan Wright, I think, like I said, I think we'd have conceded 5 or 6. Really, defensively, that's how poor we were. And then, it was kind of picking out to a Bradford win. I can't really say we pushed, because we didn't really. I mean, Alex Patterson scored the winner on 69 minutes with a very nice finish for Bradford. And it just petered out from there. Anthony Sarcevic with the assist for their third. What I did find is that our decision making today was sloppy. Our decision making was poor. Our passing was not up to standard, I would say, really. We just gave the ball away so cheaply and so easily, and even though Bradford had no Andy Cook in their team, they didn't need it, because I think we just made it too simple by just making it too easy for Bradford, and defensively we just didn't perform, and again, it's another 3 goals that we've conceded again. It's not about, I'm not angry even about this, because we got what we deserved, which was absolutely nothing. We didn't deserve anything. It was, you get back with Cameron's goal after his mistake for the penalty, and then we just lose our tempo, and we just let Bradford, get back to grips. So I'm not angry, because we were deservedly beaten, like we had been in the end against Accrington, which also ended 3-1, and like we did at Swindon, and to finish with a win at Port Vale for the new year, heading into the new year, you're thinking optimism ahoy, and we're not a million miles away. I mean, we're 9th. Bradford have obviously gone above us with that win for them, and obviously we're only 2 points off a playoff place, so it's not a disaster, but the performances in the last couple of games have just been not up to standard, not up to par. That is 3 straight away defeats now after going 6 straight wins there enough. We've now lost our last 3 away games and only 1 win in our last 4, or Also 2 wins in our last 6. But it's one of these games today where we can't be angry because we didn't deserve anything. And Bradford were just by far the better side. And I remember saying you can't keep relying on your away form. Well, there you go. We've had a slight dip in that, haven't we? Our last 3 away games we've lost. So you can, it's both times in the end, well beaten. Yeah, penalty decisions that probably weren't, but they, like I said earlier in the video, don't give the referee a decision to make. And I always felt that was going to be a penalty today, considering we had one similar to that. I think it was in about October or November. We cut inside inside the box and someone slid in. You might think, well, was it a pen? They're more likely to get given, especially down here with no VAR and things like that. So you give the referee a decision to make, whether it was the right one. It did look a bit soft, but I could also see why the referee gave it. We have to dust ourselves off. Not a good start to the year. And we've got Notts County coming up on the 11th. Oh joy. At Bundle Park, we could find ourselves back in the playoff places if we win. But at the end of the day, it's about, we want to stop a slide before there is a slide. That's our 40th goal conceded this campaign on the negative. On the positive, overall it was a good first half to the campaign, wasn't it really? So you can't be too critical, but you can't be too angry when you're well beaten. And today was one of those days. Bradford are always going to be thereabouts in League Two. They're too big of a club not to be. Whether you want to believe it or you don't, they are. They're too big of a club to not be challenging around there. And it is like those kind of results are games that I can accept. I can accept we weren't good enough. I can accept that, when you're conceding 3 goals in a game, the alarming thing for Grimsby, the only real down point, is that when we go behind, we can't pull it back. So you can feel like, we went, we went 2 down before we pulled back a goal. We can't pull it back. I think we've only done it against Carlisle. So, no argument from me. A couple of standout performances, like I said, was Jordan Wright. I thought he had probably one of his best games in a town shirt, to be completely honest. Janet wasn't great, but, the goal you'd probably say was a highlight, but he didn't really have the best of games. And no one really had a good game apart from maybe Jordan Wright. Man of the match for me, and when your goalkeeper's the man of the match, you've not been fantastic. But some of the passing was loose, it was slack, but they have 2,000 fans there. I was watching it, and to be fair play to all the 2,000 fans there. You were loud throughout that, and around about 18,000 there, 18,011. There's always good followings that go to Bradford, and at the end of the day, you just have to accept the win for Bradford and just say we weren't good enough. And I said January would be a difficult month. January will tell us roughly where we are, and unfortunately we've not started January the way that we'd have wanted to have done. Obviously losing to Accrington, now losing to Bradford. I think what we've got to be careful of is that we don't start sliding too far down, because our goal difference is still the worst in the top 10, and -4. Everyone else has a plus goal difference, but there is positives. By we're definitely we won't finish where we. I've said this: we're a top half team, I think, but we're no better than that. We'll see what comes across in January, but we've got to stop leaking goals the way that we are again. The last 2 games, we've conceded 3 goals. Which is one of our frailties. And when you play a decent side, that's one of Grimsby's big issues, is, that's a 40th goal this season conceded. 40th. So that's kind of telling you that, yes, we've got goals going forward to a degree all over the park, but my God, do we concede them. So today, as of Accrington, we didn't deserve anything from either game. Obviously, the transfer window is open, so we'll see what David Artell is able to do. Any news of that, I will obviously keep you updated over the transfer window to let you know any business that Grimsby Town do. What do you think they need to do to just add that little bit more quality? I think we need some extra strength in the middle. I think we need more up top, and I've said that for ages. We need something extra up top. We might need an extra goalkeeper, but according to David Artell, Jake Eastwood's not far away either, so he thinks we're fine on that. And I think we need to look at centre back, because again, it's down to defending. It's just it's woeful. If you've got to keep games close, and when we lose, games get taken away from us, like today's was. But like I said, it's not about being angry. It's just today we just weren't good enough. Like New Year's Day, we weren't good enough. We can't. But it's funny how our waveform's starting to slip, isn't it? And you just hope now that our home form starts to pick up. And again, it's 12 wins, 12 defeats, still only the 1 draw, and this is where draws can be important, because if we'd have got a draw today, it would have been valuable going to Bradford and getting something, instead of feeling like we've been battered. And the game, taken away from us in the end. So that's my view. Well done to the 2,000 fans that did travel down. Like I said, you were loud all the way through the game. But like I said, not exactly the start to 2025 for the Mariners. We move on though to Notts County next weekend. That's an early kick-off against Notts next week. In the meantime, take it easy, guys. Like I said, not the start that we wanted, but I'll keep you up to date with any transfer dealings that's done over this month. Obviously, refreshments or reinforcements are needed. Obviously, just one more quick thing. Harvey Cribb has left Grimsby Town on loan. He's gone to Grimsby Borough on loan. So good luck to Harvey on his loan. And but any transfer news between now and the beginning of February, I will keep you up to date with what the Mariners do. It's one of these games, guys. We just have to dust ourselves off and go, when you're not good enough, you're just not good enough on the day. And in the end, the last 2 games, we've not been good enough. So we head towards County on the 11th and see what, see if we can give some home cheer for the first game at Blundell Park in 2025. We'll see what goes on there. In the meantime, guys, thanks for listening to my waffle. I am back permanently now, fully now, and there will be some lives coming up throughout the year as well to help progress the channel. And please do like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And in the meantime, guys, I will see you for the Notts County preview. In the meantime, up the manners. Let's try and I think we can. Let's hope we do. I'll see you soon. Ta-ra for now. Bye-bye.